What if your life, with all its trials and moments of stillness, was part of a divine masterpiece designed by God Himself? What if the unexplained restlessness you felt, the subtle signs you've seen, were not coincidences, but sacred messages calling you to step into a higher purpose? To be chosen by God is no small thing. It is an extraordinary honor, a divine whisper that sets your spirit apart and draws you into His eternal plan. Throughout history, God has marked His chosen ones with signs so profound they defy human explanation. These are not mere glimpses of spiritual growth. They are confirmations of a sacred destiny that awaits you. As it says in Matthew 22:14, "For many are called, but few are chosen." Could this verse be speaking to you? This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to recognize the signs, trust their meaning, and walk boldly into the purpose for which you were created. If your heart stirs as you read these words, it's no accident. You've been guided here for a reason. Declare your readiness today by typing "I am chosen" in the comments below and prepare to uncover the sacred truths that confirm your destiny. Your journey begins now. 1. The sacred shift. God's calling through transformation. Every journey toward divine greatness begins with a sacred shift, a profound transformation that stirs deep within the soul. This shift often begins subtly, like a quiet whisper in the heart. You might find yourself feeling restless, yearning for a purpose that transcends the ordinary. It's as if the life you've known no longer satisfies, and a part of you senses that God is calling you towards something greater. In Ezekiel 36:26, God speaks of this transformation, saying, "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh." This verse captures the essence of the sacred shift. The Creator replaces the hardened, weary heart, shaped by the struggles of the world, with one that is tender, open, and deeply attuned to His will. It is a moment of awakening, when your spirit begins to align with divine purpose, and you sense that your life is being guided by a power far beyond your own understanding. As this transformation unfolds, you may notice heightened sensitivity to the world around you. Suddenly, the things you once overlooked take on new meaning. You feel the weight of spiritual energies, recognizing the light and darkness in people and places. This sensitivity is not a burden but a gift, a sign that God is equipping you to discern His path for your life. Consider the story of Samuel in 1 Samuel chapter 3. As a young boy, Samuel heard God's voice calling him in the night. At first, he didn't understand what was happening. It was only with guidance that he realized this was no ordinary voice. It was the Creator Himself summoning Samuel to step into His divine purpose. Similarly, the sacred shift in your life is God's way of calling you closer, urging you to listen, trust, and prepare for the mission ahead. Though this transformation may feel overwhelming at times, take heart. The restlessness you feel is a sacred sign of alignment. It is God stirring your spirit, shaping you into a vessel for His glory. Embrace this shift with faith, knowing that it is the first step toward fulfilling the extraordinary purpose for which you were chosen. 2. The gift of empathy, a reflection of God's heart. Empathy, in its truest form, is one of the most profound spiritual gifts bestowed upon God's chosen ones. It is not just a heightened awareness of others' emotions, but a deep, divine connection to the human experience. This sacred gift allows you to feel the joys and sorrows of those around you as if they were your own, creating an invisible bond that transcends words. It is a reflection of God's own compassion, working through you to bring healing, understanding, and light to others. The Bible reminds us in 2 Corinthians 1-4, He comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. This verse underscores the divine purpose of empathy. Your ability to feel so deeply is not a burden, but a calling. Through your sensitivity, you are equipped to bring comfort and hope to those who are weary, broken, and searching for peace. However, this gift is not without its challenges. The emotional weight of carrying others' struggles can sometimes leave you feeling drained or overwhelmed. You may question why God has given you such a heavy responsibility, wondering if it is too much to bear. Yet even in these moments of doubt, take solace in knowing that Jesus himself experienced the fullness of human emotion and often withdrew to quiet places to pray and recharge. In Luke 5:16 it is written, "But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed." This was not an act of retreat, but of renewal, a sacred practice that allowed him to continue his mission with clarity and strength. As a chosen one, you are called to follow this example. Solitude is not a sign of weakness. It is an essential part of your journey. In those quiet moments of prayer and reflection, you allow God to replenish your spirit and guide you forward. Empathy is a gift that mirrors the very heart of God. It is through your connection to others that His love is made visible. Each time you comfort the grieving, encourage the weary, or simply sit in silence with someone in pain, you are fulfilling your divine purpose. Though the weight of this gift may feel heavy at times, remember that God's strength sustains you. Embrace this calling with gratitude, for it is a sacred reminder that you are chosen to carry His love into the world. 3. Divine messages through dreams and visions. When God chooses you for a higher purpose, He often speaks through dreams and visions, sacred channels that connect the physical and spiritual realms. In the stillness of the night, as the distractions of the world fade away, divine messages come alive, offering guidance, reassurance, and revelation. These dreams are not fleeting figments of imagination. They are carefully crafted by the Creator to illuminate your path and draw you closer to His will. Consider the powerful story of Jacob in Genesis 28. As he lay sleeping, Jacob dreamed of a ladder reaching from earth to heaven, with angels ascending and descending upon it. In that moment, God reaffirmed His covenant with Jacob, promising blessings, protection, and purpose. This dream was more than a vision. It was a divine encounter that marked Jacob's destiny and reminded him of God's constant presence. Similarly, your dreams may carry profound symbols, visions of light, pathways, or even moments of clarity that linger in your heart long after you wake. Many chosen ones experience what is often called the spiritual window, the hours between 3 and 5 a.m. This is a sacred time when the veil between the earthly and spiritual realms is said to be thinnest, making it easier to receive divine insights. In Isaiah 54, it is written, "He wakens me morning by morning, wakens my ear to listen like one being instructed." These quiet moments of wakefulness are not random. They are invitations to listen, to pray, and to reflect on the messages being revealed to your spirit. Dreams and visions often carry symbols that feel deeply personal, yet universally significant. A ladder may represent spiritual growth, a mountain an obstacle to overcome, or a stream the cleansing power of God's grace. These images, though simple, are filled with divine meaning, and they call you to pause, reflect, and seek wisdom in their interpretation. If you find yourself waking with vivid dreams or feeling a pull to pray in the early hours of the morning, embrace these moments as sacred. They are signs of your spiritual awakening, gentle reminders that God is speaking directly to your soul. Trust these visions, for they are guiding you toward the purpose for which you were chosen. In the stillness of the night, God whispers His truths that have the power to transform your life and bring you closer to His divine plan. 4. The sacred path of solitude and simplicity. For God's chosen ones, there comes a time when the pull towards solitude and simplicity becomes undeniable. The allure of materialism and the relentless pursuit of worldly success begin to lose their hold. Instead, there emerges a deep yearning for a life of quiet purpose, a life rooted in divine connection. This is not a retreat from the world, but an intentional alignment with the heart of God, a sacred calling to let go of distractions and embrace what truly matters. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 15:16, "Better a little with the fear of the Lord than great wealth with turmoil." This verse speaks to the freedom found in simplicity, where the heart is no longer burdened by the need for more. When you release the weight of materialism and the endless chase for validation, you create space for God's presence to dwell more fully in your life. John the Baptist exemplifies this sacred path. Living in the wilderness, clothed in camel's hair, and sustained by locusts and wild honey, Matthew 3:4, John's life was a testament to simplicity and purpose. Free from the trappings of the world, he was able to focus entirely on his divine mission, preparing the way for Jesus. His example reminds us that simplicity is not deprivation. It is liberation. It is the shedding of the unnecessary to make room for the eternal. Solitude, too, is an integral part of this journey. In moments of stillness, away from the noise and chaos of life, you can hear the quiet whispers of God. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a sacred space where your soul can rest and realign with His purpose. Just as Jesus often withdrew to pray in desolate places, you are called to find moments of quiet reflection to recharge and strengthen your spirit. Letting go of worldly distractions is not always easy. Friends and family may not understand your shift in priorities, and society may pressure you to conform. But as you step into this path of simplicity, you will find a profound sense of peace and clarity. The burdens you once carried will fall away, and you will begin to see life through the lens of eternity. Embrace this sacred path as a gift, not a loss. In simplicity, you will discover the richness of God's presence. In solitude, you will hear His voice more clearly. This is your invitation to rise above the fleeting promises of the world and walk in the fullness of His divine purpose. 5. Physical manifestations of spiritual transformation. When God's chosen ones begin their journey of spiritual awakening, it often brings with it profound physical signs, sacred manifestations of the divine work being done within. These experiences, though sometimes bewildering, are tangible evidence of your spirit aligning with a higher purpose. Tingling sensations, a sudden warmth spreading through your chest, or even an emotional wave that seems to rise out of nowhere, are not random occurrences. They are reflections of God's energy transforming you from the inside out. In Exodus 34, we see a striking example of how physical transformation accompanies divine encounters. When Moses descended Mount Sinai after speaking with God, His face shone so brightly that the Israelites could not look directly at him. His very being reflected the glory of God, a visible testament to the sacred interaction that had taken place. Similarly, during the Transfiguration in Matthew 17:2, Jesus' face shone like the sun, and his clothes became dazzling white, signifying his divine nature. These stories remind us that the physical body often bears the imprint of spiritual elevation. As you undergo this transformation, you may find your body responding in unexpected ways. Tingling sensations in your hands might signify the awakening of healing energy, while a gentle pressure in your forehead could be the activation of spiritual insight and clarity. You might experience chills or warmth during prayer or moments of worship, as if God's presence is physically enveloping you. These sensations are sacred signs of your spirit's deepening connection to Him. It is natural to feel puzzled or even overwhelmed by these experiences, but take comfort in knowing that they are not burdens, they are blessings. In 1 Corinthians 6:19-20, we are reminded, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies." Your body is a vessel for His work, and these physical manifestations are proof of the Holy Spirit moving within you. To navigate this transformation, it's essential to care for your body with intention. Seek stillness and rest when you feel fatigued. Nourish yourself with wholesome foods, and embrace moments of solitude to ground your energy. Recognize that your body is adapting to hold the divine energy God is pouring into your life. These physical signs are sacred reminders that you are chosen for a purpose far greater than yourself. They signify that God's hand is upon you, molding you into the vessel He has called you to be. Embrace these moments with gratitude, for they are not just signs of change, but of divine alignment with His plan for your life. Embrace your divine destiny with faith. Every sign you've experienced, every transformation you've undergone, is a sacred affirmation of God's calling on your life. The restlessness, the dreams, the heightened empathy, the pull towards simplicity, and even the physical manifestations are not coincidences. They are divine reminders that you are chosen. You are part of a greater plan, one that God has woven into the fabric of eternity. This journey may feel overwhelming at times, but trust the process. God is molding you into the vessel He needs you to be, equipping you with gifts that will not only transform your life, but bring light to others. Lean into His promises, find strength in prayer and solitude, and surround yourself with a community of fellow believers who will uplift and encourage you along the way. Now, take a bold step of faith. Share your experiences in the comments below and declare, "I am ready to embrace my calling." If this message has touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more spiritual guidance and encouragement. Remember, you are not alone on this path. God is with you every step of the way, and the best is yet to come. Embrace your divine destiny with courage, for you are chosen, loved, and destined for greatness.